Brought to you by runtogold.com, the premier source for monetary science applied to geopolitical, international, and economic, financial news and events. Welcome back to the 47th episode of the runtogold.com podcast. I'll be talking about the use of cash. There are 4 reasons I'd like to discuss using cash in your ordinary daily transactions that will help you in your personal and your financial life. And you can also use gold money in your ordinary daily transactions, but it still doesn't quite have all of the same effects that using strictly cash or even better a physical gold or silver coin would have. So why would you want to use cash in your ordinary daily transactions? First, do it to increase your privacy. Bill and I, we went to law school together, and he does private civil litigation and also privacy law. So he finds people to sue, and of course the people he wants to sue are the ones that have assets to get, that can be seen, that can be seized. And so he has to look those up and find those assets so that he can go and sue those people who have committed wrongs against his clients. And then some of his clients, he helps them to increase their privacy. So Bill knows how to go look and find what a potential contingency fee lawyer would want to look and find to see whether a case is valuable enough to take. And then he also helps people shield those assets from view so that it decreases their attractiveness as a target. So that's one of your first reasons, is to increase your privacy, and whether that's your privacy to potential contingency fee lawyers or to snooping people who want to look and try to find someone to rob, whether they're a regular criminal gang or in their cute little costumes as government bureaucrats. Either way, using cash or using the physical metals in your ordinary daily transactions, it helps increase your privacy. Second, you need to protect your capital. And there are 2 main threats here. One is the thieving Federal Reserve, that giant engine of wealth destruction and confiscation through inflation. And the other is potential bank failures. Now, the FDIC is down to $12 billion of reserves. It insures $4.8 trillion of deposits. So your money is not safe in the bank. Your currency is not safe in the bank either, your Federal Reserve notes. Because money, you can go deposit a $50 gold coin, but they're only going to give you a $50 Federal Reserve note when you go to withdraw your dollars. So you need to protect your capital. You need to know what you have and protect it. So protect it from the bank failures. Not now, bank failures are escalating, but because of how the Federal Reserve System works and the FDIC, etc., I don't think we're going to necessarily see bank runs like we used to, years and years ago. We had some line up with Northern Rock or with IndyMac, but those depositors were all given their money from the FDIC. Instead of seeing bank runs, I think we're going to be seeing country runs. But that's the topic of a whole nother podcast, and another reason why you'd want to go see the blog that Bill and I have started authoring called How to Vanish, because it help you make your country run if you need to. So getting your cash out of your account at the bank and only keeping a minimal amount in there will help protect your capital from a potential bank failure. You can just keep the cash at home, or some other safe place. Don't put it in a safety deposit box. Hopefully you've seen the video on my site about that. If not, search for it on my site. So when you take your reserves out of the bank, when you take your dollars, not their dollars, your dollars home and stick them under your mattress, they can't lend them out to people. And so it helps prevent this increase of the currency and credit supply because they aren't able to make the loans. So the inflation rate is hampered because the banks don't have access to those reserves, which they then fractionate and use to make loans. And so overall, this helps to kind of attack the banking system's ability to inflate, which can help us raise the Fed. So there's some just common sense reasons to use cash in your ordinary daily transactions and to help protect yourself, your privacy, and your capital. So there you go. That's the 47th episode of the RunToGold.com podcast. Thanks for listening. You've been listening to the RunToGold.com podcast, the premier source for applied monetary science on the web.